So, Casey, you've been picking through the entrails of the result last night. Give us a snapshot of where we're at.
Yeah, morning, David. Well, we've seen that Labor's won an emphatic victory over the coalition, just in terms of the seats on the floor of the House of Representatives, well ahead there. And we know that's come from a historically very low primary vote. And we also know that one state in particular has really delivered for Labor. That is Western Australia. Have a look at the swing we're looking at in Western Australia at the moment. We have it in the double digits. The ALP on 55% of the two-party preferred on the counting that has been done. And so we've seen a fair few seats that kind of look like what you expect to see on election night. Battles between Labor and the coalition that's led to this growth in ALP seats and them able to form government. But we also know there's been a lot of other interesting races centred on these guys here. So let's just step through the minor party vote. Collectively, we're looking at a record high non-major party vote. This is above 30%. Starting with the Greens, 12.1% on the counting that we've got so far. That is on track to be a record high for the Greens, besting their 2010 result. And the great thing for the Greens is that they've concentrated that vote in just the right spots to maximise the haul of seats that they could get out of that 12%. So let's just start in the seat of, not the seat of Brisbane, let's start in the seat of Ryan, which the Greens have won off of the Liberal Party. We know the Greens are also the overwhelming favourite in Griffith to pick that seat up. And then there's Brisbane. We know that will not be a blue seat come when counting is completed. We just don't know if it'll be a red or a green seat. So add those onto Melbourne, which they already hold with Adam Bandt. We know they're in the hunt in Macnamara as well. So potentially there's a world in which Adam Bandt could be leading a group of 5 lower house MPs when Parliament resumes. We know, of course, as well, there's this 10.5% sitting with other parties. The Teals are the big story there. That 10.5 is translating to about a dozen seats on the lower house at the moment. And then let's talk about One Nation as well. We've got 4.9% national primary vote. That is higher than where they were in 2019, but it's a bit of an artefact of the fact that they are running in more seats in this election. And if you just compare One Nation to the results in the seats that they ran in last election as well, where you've got a sensible swing, you actually see that their vote has gone backwards by a little bit. And it's gone backwards by quite a lot in some of the seats that they did very well in 3 years ago. I want to run you through a few of them. Hunter, this is the seat where One Nation got its highest primary vote 3 years ago. Dale Macnamara is down below 10% of the primary vote now, and that is 12% less than what it was 3 years ago. The nearby seat of Paterson, One Nation's down to 8% on primary vote. That is down by more than 6%. Up in Queensland, there's FLYNN. This is the seat that Gladstone is a large part of. Sharon Lois was the candidate 3 years ago. She's at about 12% now, and that is down about 8 percentage points. And then there's HINKLER nearby to that. Zach Menhennet, 8.7%. That is again down by more than 6 percentage points. So as well as there being this record third-party, non-major party vote, David, what we're also seeing is within this group of parties what looks to be a shift toward the left and the centre of politics, and potentially away from the right in the sort of battle over net zero that we've been experiencing through the last years and years and years in Australian politics. On these numbers, we can sort of see who is winning the day.
Yeah, that's fascinating, Casey. I hadn't noticed last night what you're talking about there with that One Nation vote in the seats. They did best in last time, really falling off, even if their national vote has come up. Look, really appreciate that and all your work with the deep dives over the course of this campaign. Thank you.